It's time for another edition of Coach's Corner with women's basketball coach Matilda Mossman.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Coach's Corner with head coach Matilda Mossman, University of Tulsa women's basketball, and we're right in the middle of this non-league season. You're 4-6 now, and this past week, a really nice win, and then Arkansas got you.
Yeah, let's talk about Pine Bluff.
Yes,
that was a great one. In our last four games, we've struggled to score. we've just struggled to put the ball in the basket. And I think in three of those four games, we've scored 41, 43, 41 points in three of those games. And, we've held the other team below their average, but we're not putting the ball in the basket. And then you look at the Pine Bluff game, we score 87, which is the most we've scored all year long. And then we hold them, I think, to 30
24%.
Yeah, we hold them to 37 points, which is the lowest we've held anybody all year. So,
right.
And I really thought after two games where we didn't shoot well, I thought after that Pine Bluff game, I thought, wow, we have broken through now. We have busted through this scoring slump. I mean, it's like a breath of fresh air. Everybody feels good about themselves again. And then we went to Arkansas Sunday afternoon and just couldn't put the ball in the basket again.
And that's tough. But in the Pine Bluff game, you had 5 players in double figures. You got scoring from all sorts of different areas, which is terrific. Shoot 46%. So that was a lot of the good, wasn't it?
It was. And Crystal Polk really played well in that Pine Bluff game. Had a double-double, second one of her career. Just had good play off the bench. Alex Galden came off the bench in that game. Morgan Brady earned herself a scholarship after that game. Morgan is from Parkview High School in Little Rock. Her brother Jeremy played football at Tulsa. She came to us last spring, wanted to try out for the team, and we allowed that to happen. We thought she had a good work ethic. She didn't make a lot of mistakes. And just background check on her, great character, great family. So we allowed her to join our team as a walk-on. With the opportunity, you can earn a scholarship through your play. She's just been a great kid. Works hard, does the right thing, is a leader. Several things that have happened with our team this year that, from a leadership standpoint, she's been behind that. And so our staff had been talking. We're probably going to award this kid a scholarship. How do we do it? When do we do it? But this kid has earned the right to, go to school for free. So she has this great game against Pine Bluff. She goes 5 for 7 from the floor, 2 for 2 from 3, has 12 points, 5 assists, led our team in assists. So as we're walking back here, our staff this is when we do this. This is when we make this kid feel good about being here. And so we got back in the locker room, and after we talked about beating a team by 50 points. We started talking about Morgan and what her character and the fact that she was really here on academic scholarship, and that puts a lot of pressure on you because to maintain that academic scholarship, you have to maintain a certain GPA.
Sure.
So it's very stressful, and as well as being a hardship on her family. So it was an exciting time. Our kids got excited. She was obviously excited. Her parents are calling later that night. They're appreciative and excited. So, a lot of good came from that game, just from breaking out of a scoring drought and being able to award a young lady a scholarship.
And that gets you to 4-5. You get those 5 players in double figures without having Kendra and Elliott have a great game for you. So that's a positive too.
And we didn't have Shug Dixon in that game. She missed she missed the end of the Oral Roberts game, got elbowed and suffered a concussion. So she missed the North Texas game. She missed the Pine Bluff game. Actually got cleared the day of the Pine Bluff game, but still had to have a non-contact practice and then a contact practice before she could play in a game. So, the Arkansas game was her first game back.
And then the Arkansas game is at Bud Walton Arena in Fayetteville. And, the first quarter wasn't bad. You scored 12 points, but you allowed 21. And so they already had the advantage on you.
Yeah, and it's not like they didn't hit threes. Arkansas is a team, they were averaging 29 three-point attempts, averaging almost 9 makes a game, and I think at that point they'd only hit maybe 1 3 at the quarter. At halftime, they only had 3 made threes. So we felt pretty good about stopping some of the things that they do well. Our problem was giving up offensive rebounds. I mean, we gave up 19 offensive rebounds for the game. They had 13 points off of offensive rebounds, and so that was really what did us in, other than our inability to score. I mean, we shoot 23% for the game. It's hard to win when you do that, but we just gave up. We'd get stops, and then we'd give up an offensive rebound, and that really, it kills your momentum, it kills your confidence. And Arkansas played great defense and forced us to shoot a low percentage.
And so what you're saying, Coach, is obviously your first shot defense was pretty good, but Arkansas out-rebounds you 61-39, which is kind of what you did against Pine Bluff.
Exactly. We're getting offensive rebounds against Pine Bluff. We're playing great defense. We're scoring a lot of points. And again, it's frustrating from our standpoint because we really thought that Pine Bluff game really we thought we had broken through the ceiling. We really thought now we can just go. We can go forward from here. And but we ran into a team in Arkansas that they're now 7-3. They've played very well, and they defended us very well.
And so the week is over, and we will talk about next week and the week to come. Of course, there is a little bit of time off for finals. We'll discuss that and then talk about the future as we go down the backstretch of this non-league season for TU women's basketball. Back with more on Coach's Corner in a moment.
Power is excitement, energy, an unrelenting spirit. Its success is realized on the court, and its passion is felt in the hearts of players, coaches, and fans. And it all comes together in a conference known as the American. The American Power for Life.
Rejoining head coach Matilda Mossman on Coach's Corner. And Coach, this is an important week because it's finals week. It's and you stress academics so much here. It's an important week for the girls.
It is, and they've got a lot on their mind. I know on the bus coming back from Arkansas Sunday night, everybody has their laptops out, everybody's studying. It's only a short trip, but the focus was on final exams Monday morning. And we've tried to structure practices based on, we had 8 kids in finals this morning, so this afternoon we're maybe limited in what we can expect out of them, but we've got to get in here. We've got to get repetition. We've got to be focused. But we can only expect so much of them out of this time. And there may be a couple of guys that miss practice because, or maybe they miss film because they've got a review session for a final, or maybe they're making up something, so because we're on a trip, and so sometimes they're making up classes during finals week. So lots of different things going on. Practices are at different times this week. So we're just trying to make the best out of it that we can.
So it's good to have 5 or 6 days off to get that focus out of the way, get your practice in, and now you go to South Dakota over the weekend as part of a road trip here.
Right, and who scheduled Anchorage, Alaska, and
South Dakota in the third week
South Dakota,
of December.
all in like a 3-week span. But hopefully the weather will be nice up there. I've actually never played at South Dakota, so we're anxious to get up there. And I know they have a great facility, and I know they have great fans up there. So I'm excited to take our team and let them experience that venue. And then we stay on the road, and that game is Saturday. And we stay on the road and go to St. Louis, where Shug Dixon is from, and then we've got a signee, KK Rodriguez from Webster Groves, who's in that area. So it'll be exciting for them to be able to play at St. Louis on that Tuesday before we come home that night.
All right, well, get them through finals, Coach, and good luck on the road for those 2 games. We'll talk to you when you get back.
Okay, thanks, Bruce.
Head coach Matilda Mossman, and that is Coach's Corner.